Hi there all, it's Palmina here from Mystical Touch, and I'm bringing you this week's card from today, Sunday the 22nd of May 2016, right through to next Sunday the 29th of May 2016. Gosh, we're nearly in June already, halfway through the year. My goodness, I don't want to think about it. But anyway, so I've pulled the card for today, today's card, sorry, for this week. And it's really quite interesting considering today Mercury has gone direct. So, and with the full moon that we've just had and lots of stuff happening. So it's quite interesting. But anyway, I'll throw up the card so you can have a look at it and I will give you my meaning. So today's card is the Eight of Cups. And interestingly enough, it has the moon sitting there as well. So there you go. So yeah, just a bit on the Mercury side of things. So Mercury is normally about, it was in retro and it's only gone direct today. So it's about revisiting things, revising, redoing, reassessing, all that sort of stuff. So we're now coming into, we're still in the shadow period, I think, for the next 2 weeks, but we're now coming into things moving forward a lot easier for us. And the interesting thing is that we've pulled the Eight of Cups here. And as you can see in there, we've got someone who is walking away from 8 cups that are upstanding. So it feels like this week, even with the full moon, which represents letting things go and, in order to allow things to come in. This card, to make it blend in with that, just so that you understand it a bit better with the retro and the full moon that just happened. This card represents, looking for something more in your life, looking for something that's more fulfilling. So it's not to say that what you have been doing hasn't fulfilled you. It could be that what you've been doing, or we're not just talking about one thing here, it could be a number of things in your life and different areas of your life. But, it seems like, what you've done has now done its dash. Let's say that, you've fulfilled that part of you and now you're looking for something different or more meaningful, or, you're just on a different path and maybe you're just looking for something a bit more fun and enjoyable and that sort of thing. And in order to do that, in order to open up new opportunities and bring in, joy and happiness in different ways of forms, sometimes we need to close off some of the things in the past, which is where I was getting at with the full moon. The full moon represents letting go of things. And it could be just ways that you're thinking of, or, a way that you're doing something. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to go, that's it, I'm done with this and now I'm leaving my job, or I'm, leaving this relationship, or, that sort of thing. Not that drastically. It just means that you're looking for something that's more fulfilling. So it could be you want to go and start doing, dancing on the weekends, or something like that. So a part of you is needing something more nourishing and more nurturing and more self-satisfying in your life, and that's what you're off to wander off and look for. And I think that I do believe that a lot of us have been looking for that anyway. It's been quite some time that we're either just done with stuff in the past, that we're just, I'm going to cut it off and move on. Other things, I'm okay with that, but I just want to find something else to balance out my life a bit more so that there's, more balance there. It can mean a number of things to different people, but the feeling for this week is that, it's now time that I can actually start moving forward and start looking towards those things that are gonna, fulfill me internally, and that's on an emotional level. So that's what this week is about, and it's really beautiful. We've got everything supporting us at the moment with having the full moon, with Mercury going direct, coming out of retro, and now that we've pulled this card, it's just another, they're just signs and synchronicities to say, it's okay. It's okay to want something more for yourself, or, to be fulfilled and to be happy and joyful and find the balance that, whatever that represents for you in your life at this point in time. So, these times will come up in our lives at all different times. It's not just once off. It happens, we can be happy in our jobs and all of a sudden we're feeling a little bit like we're missing something, or we're needing to search for something more. And it doesn't mean that we want to leave our job or our relationship, as I said before. It just means that we're wanting something else because something's slightly out of balance, or we're wanting, it could be that spiritual connection. It could be, just finding a new friend that has maybe similar interests. you know, that sort of thing, or just some personal time for yourself that you want to put in place on a more regular basis. So whatever that represents to you, I'm going to leave it at that. I think it's actually a great week. Again, I had an amazing week last week, and I hope you all did too. So this week is making a lot of sense with this card and the full moon and Mercury going direct and everything else. We're only 3 planets in retro now, so great things happening for us. So stay positive, be happy, do a little happy dance if you need to, and sending you lots of love from me to you, and have a fantastic week. Ciao.